Hello everyone, welcome to the whiteboard. I'm using my camera, so apologise if it's a bit slanty or it's a different kind of look. Just go with us on this one. So we're going to begin with the away side. I don't normally do this, but considering Newcastle up anyways from the other night, let's talk about Newcastle first of all. Now, there's no Jonjo Shelvey after, what do you want to call it, daft challenge? Some people say he won the ball. I'll let you decide on that one. But obviously there's going to be a change, which Isaac Hayden will come in per Mertesacker. I said nice things about him, considering he's been a centre-back converted into a defensive midfielder. Right, so he'll start alongside Mikel Mourinho. I can't see Mo Diarmi, although he was playing the number 10. I think Perez will come in because he works harder. Atsu on the left, Richie on the right. I think if Dwight Gill doesn't start, I'll be very disappointed because he seems to be the one who's going to get with goals if he's given the service. Lejeune, Lascelles, Yedlin. Now, Paul Dummett is in the squad, but do you start him against Arsenal? Difficult one, and I think Alex Iwobi will probably start on the right this time around when Arsenal change their side, but I think Dummett will be on the bench. I think you'll go with Manquillo, maybe bring on Dummett later, regardless if we win, losing or draw, and just get some minutes under his belt. And I do think you'll go with Carl Darlow. I think you'll give Darlow one more chance, but one more mistake, you're out. We know Rafa's ruthless. I can't see him changing Rob Elliott, but I'll be surprised. And hey, some of you want Freddie Woodman in there. Why not? Why is he not going to get his chance? Let me know in the thoughts down there below. Right, okay, right. How do we win this game? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. But I think what Arsene Wenger has said is correct. I think Newcastle will sit fairly deep and try and soak the pressure on. Now, Arsenal, as I've seen in the earlier video tonight, are subject to counter-attack, and when we looked at their strengths and weaknesses, and I think that's where Newcastle are going to try and get some joy out of this. Arsenal will dominate the possession. They'll probably have 60-65% of possession. When we do have that ball, we've got to try and do something with it, and that's the word, try at least. We don't demand a team that wins, we demand a team that tries. That's all we ask. This is a bonus game. I know I've said this several times when we play against the big sides, but it generally really is. You know, we need a point. A point would be absolutely fantastic. I'll be jumping Dean Cartwell's, I'll be Dean the Shearer if we get a point. Jose Perez, that's why important that Perez works hard. I think he will literally do more than what Diarmi does. Now, I don't like seeing players like cheered off the pitch more Diarmi. I think that's wrong, but I think Perez is the better option. We do have the problem in the number 10, and I honestly think Rafa will go 4-2-3-1, but him off the ball, he works really hard, and I've seen a different Jose Perez this season than what I did last season, because he knows he has to work harder, because we haven't got the quality. Simple as that. Arsenal, Mesut Ozil doesn't have to work as hard as Jose Perez, because Mesut Ozil is lazy, but he's got talent. He's world class. We don't have that. And I think if we're trying to get forward, I think if we can get some joy out of Mikel Mourinho, I think that's where we'll obviously also be successful as well. I don't think Kieran Clark will come in. I think it'll be Lascelles. Although we got beaten midweek, I think just Lascelles' presence. Everton were pretty poor midweek, to be fair. They only had 2 or 3 chances, and they won through an individual error. So Everton didn't look impressive for me, and just Lascelles being there, you know, it helps the team. I think Manquillo is going to be up against Alex Iwobi. On this side, how does DeAndre Yedlin cope with Alexis Sanchez? Well, that's down to Matt Ritchie to try and help out. They're going to have to double up, regardless if Arsenal have plenty of possession. You're going to have to, because we know that Sanchez comes inwards as well, and they've got Olivier Giroud to come off the bench later on, who's got a knack against scoring against us. So expect him to come on. Then let's try and get the ball to Christian Atsu just to run. You know, you never know, you might see Atsu play on the right, because you did midweek, so I might be getting this totally wrong, but Dwight Gill needs some service, definitely. But we're going to sit back, we're going to try and hit them on the counter. I'm trying to be optimistic. I want you to be optimistic in the comments down there below. What can we get out of this game? Where can we hurt them? Let me know in the comments box down there below. Let's get over to Arsenal. Right then, Arsenal. Right, so here we go. I think they'll go with the 4 if Mustafi doesn't make it. I know he's in training, but if he doesn't make it, I think we'll go with the 4. If Mustafi makes it, this will be a 3, and one of the midfielders will come out and they'll go to win-back system. So Petr Cech, I think Bellerin, Koscielniak, Monreal, Kolasinac, can I say it? Xhaka, El Neni. Have I spelled that right? Arsenal fans, let me know. Ozil, Sanchez, Alex Iwobi, and Lacazette. Right, so, you know, what I have been impressed with is this fella. Can you say that on camera? Okay, let me just double check. Okay, it's all right. I'll change colours. So Kolasinac can literally bomb on. Very impressive. He's got a couple of goals this season. Hector Bellerin, we know he's one of the quickest players in the league. So you know our left flank is going to be up against it as well. So we're going to have to watch out for him bombing on. I think the fullbacks will bomb on. They're not going to really be fullbacks in this game. They're going to be wingers, more or less. And then you'll have Xhaka and El Nani sitting. He's got a lot of stick, Xhaka, but hell, he's got a hell of a shot on him as well. I think later on, get Hosler on him later on as a substitute later on. If we're losing, go two top. Why not? Because he's not very tall. I know Arsenal fans say he's underrated in this position, but I feel you look at those two and you think, right, okay, he's got a mistake in him. He's not very tall. He's underrated, yes, but I think getting Hosler on him later on could be a tactic for Newcastle. How do you stop him? He's the assist king, as I call him. I think that's going to have to be Isaac Hayden's job. It's got to be Hayden just to get right on to him and stop him. I think that's going to the only ask. Man mark him. Take a yellow card for the team if you have to. It's going to have to. And then you've got to, if it's not him, it's Sanchez. I mean, what a player. I mean, these two, for any club next season, are free agents. Absolutely world-class players. How the hell do you stop, in particular, Alexis Sanchez, sorry, because he can play as a striker, he can play in the 10. He's not really in the winger, he'll come inbound. So that's, if you can, you're going to have to ask, you know, the likes of DeAndre Yedlin, Matt Ritchie to try and push him on his left foot. But that's a massive if because he is world-class. And then Lacazette, you know, we were linked to him a few years ago. So he reminds me of how can I word it? Like a Defoe, Jermaine Defoe type of player when Defoe was a lot younger, and he's quicker, movement, he only needs one chance to score, then the next game he could miss 2 or 3, but he is a finisher and he's got, I think it's 8 goals in the Premier League. How do you stop that? I think that's going to have to be Jamal Lascelles. It's going to be in a serious talk with Florian Lejeune if he partners Lejeune up in the centre-back roles as well. And then Alex Iwobi. The reason why I'm going for Iwobi is just because Wednesday's game, I think there'll be rotation. We know Walcott's out the game, but I think Alex Iwobi, I remember watching him play in the under-23s a couple of years ago, saying this kid will go for JJ Kocha's cousin. And he's doing all right. I think he just needs to take himself to the next level now. He needs to get there. He's done well getting in amongst the first team. But I think he'll be okay to deal with. It's these other 3, the attacking force. And then you've got the wing-backs bombing on. It's a massive ask. And then you're going to have to try and, you know, pepper check, and the shots are going to have to be pretty accurate. And I think that's why you need Dwight Gill starting for me, because we've seen against Man United and Chelsea, yes, the tap-ins, but, you know, he proves he can score against the big side. And prediction wise, I'd love to see Newcastle try and get something from this game, but realistically I don't think we will. I think it will dominate possession, but I don't think it'll be like 3-4, 5-0. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it will be tight, but unfortunately I think Newcastle will lose this game. This game is just a bonus game, and hopefully we'll get, after this game, we've got a week off, and then hopefully during that week we'll have some news that the takeover's happened. Please let me know how can we stop this lot. Cheers, see you later, bye bye.